Hey y'all, welcome to WatchaMania. It's your AEW Rampage winner is coming Kansas City, Missouri Watchalong and live reactions for December 13th, 2024. I'm your host, Adby Devin. Happy Friday. Happy Friday 13th. Hope your weekends are starting off good. Happy Spooky Friday, my friends. Yes. To all those who have experienced bad luck, I apologize. Hope we can take your mind off it. To those who haven't, haha, got him. Where's that echo coming from? Oh, I found it. YouTube Studios! Found it. Alright, got that all sorted out. Wild. Sorry, headphone users. Double adv might be a bit much. Just in the background, I hear "got him." I was like, "Oh, yep, tech be teching, all right." No, y'all, Toni Storm is back. I'm so excited. Doing a heckin' insight. In fact, come on, studios go. I think Friday 13th. Good luck for me finally getting my car back. Yes. Oh hell yeah, dude. That's such a that's so good to hear. The other night when you said that, I was like, oh man, that's rough. Ayo, EO. What's up, fam? Good to see you again. I got you. I'll pop you over in to the go position. There you are. Matt Cardona versus Bryan Keith as well. I'm here for Bryan Keith getting singles action. Watch now, I'm gonna break down my way home for work. No. It just you coming into the watch along tomorrow morning, so you'll never guess what happened. Whatever Ruby says. Ooh, oh yes, Ruby Soho. Shout out. I want to see her and Ty come back. As always, y'all, you know if you know, but in case you don't, this is NXX here on YouTube. Makes fantastic 80s styles covers of pro wrestling themes from any era. Link in the chat and in the description below if you're interested in getting this music added into a playlist or whatever the case may be. Of course, best thing you could do, spread the love, let people know where you heard it. That's what I'm doing here. And I hit him up. I was like, hey, your music is awesome. Can I use this for my streams? He's like, well, I can't really say no, but I really do appreciate you asking. As long as you advertise it, I'm cool. So I was like, bet. And that's exactly what I've been doing. I'm like, I'm just going to put it out there. Rhea have the rivet. Welcome in. Welcome in. Oh, to answer your question earlier, George, it is TNT. When Toni becomes the AEW Women's World Champion, yes, it would be her 4th Women's World Championship run. Because her first run was technically the interim Women's World Championship at the time, but after the fact, in retrospect, it was retroactively recognized as an official reign, as a linear reign, I should specify. Because Toni was subbing in for Thunder Rosa the entirety of her reign, dropped it to Jamie Hayter, who then carried it on. So I think that would be a tradition they go with when it comes to interim titles, which I really hope they do again, if it ever comes to it. Gosh, you can welcome in. Welcome. So about the artist, they have some shorts on their journey in the wrestling industry. Hell yeah. Yo. Alright, we're here at the theme. Let's get this going. Getting Nord open as always, y'all. Experiencing a bit brief of buffering. But if all goes well, that's all it'll be. because we're going to get ourselves a commercial-free edition of the show. Toni's for real. The fact that she's got more years ahead of her than behind her, if she so chooses, that's what's so incredible to me. She is a top-tier talent. She is the generational talent. You know, we talk about that so much, and a lot of times it's the wrestlers saying it about themselves, but she's the one. Even worse. This stream does not crash. Please. End task. Alright. Stream is not crashed, but we'll see. It's looking like it's doing its thing. Alright. Welcome in, Lone Star. Welcome in. How goes, y'all? Alright, you're gonna have to try this one more time again. Just might experience a brief bit of buffering. Oof, try saying that 5 times fast. But we're gonna try and get the show sorted out here. Hey there, Riga. Welcome in. Long day today. Oof. I feel that. I'm glad you made it in, friend. Hope we can brighten your mood. This is personally my favorite way in a long while. Spending my Friday night. Ever since the Rampage watch-alongs became a thing. Specifically the vibe it's developed in the last year. Really. Come to appreciate it. Alrighty, y'all. Let's get this. I'm shocked, right? It was like, hey, here's no audio. And then, oh, wait. Hold on. We don't know how to work. But, fingers crossed.
You really want to see this again? Yes. You smug bastard, Shivani. To make it official, here we go.
Alrighty. Hopefully that has stabilized us. All good to go. Good thing we're getting a recap here. It looks like we're opening up with Matt Cardona versus Bryan Keith. Apologies for the hold up. Oh, no. I think this is just its standard little few second buffer. The faces you're making when the stream stops for a second are always great. Yeah, no, I've caught myself that sometimes when I look back at them, I'm like, oh yeah, it's not the most pleasant face. I'm so tense. I'm like, please, 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 because the amount of times I've experienced. Okay, the stream has gone entirely down. Now I have to start over from scratch, recreate the stream, reschedule the things, the double check settings, get it all of the notifications and links sent out. It's a task. I try to play it cool. Doesn't always work.
Jericho for the Ring of Honor World Championship at Final Battle. But Cardona is going to have his hands full with the bad apple ahead of his clash with Chris
I dig the gear he's got going on. The hat just doesn't work for me. Jericho looks so normal. I don't know how to put it. You know, I have not seen the report, Riga, but I've heard people talking about it like there is a report floating around. So I'm like, what am I missing? I think I need to do a little bit of digging. I've had a busy day. Feel free to fill us in. Appreciate them throwing the blue sky. They'll go up there. And their socials.
Prepare to square off, fans. We have an absolutely loaded Rampage still to come tonight. The Vendettas, Deonna, Purrazzo will be in action later on tonight. Plus, the in-ring return of the 3-time former AEW Women's World Champion Toni Storm as she faces Harley.
Apparently that's why Jericho won the title. Yeah, which blows my mind because that's why he won the title the first time and it didn't work out. So when I heard that was the case, I'm like, that can't be it because why would it work now if it didn't work 2 years ago? But I guess things change. It kind of... I mean, good for them as well, but also... Huh. Storm fighting out? No, she's not true. They did advertise her match. But we're in the opening moments of Cardona versus Keith right now.
You want to try and be a smart aleck? Don't get this guy in your case as well. That's right. Getting hot. Over 400 career matches, well, approaching 400 career matches.
I gotta tell you that once again, you mentioned I look a little nervous. I can't say that I'm not nervous, but I just want to say that Matt Cardona is looking better than he ever has in his entire career right here tonight on Rampage.
It's like Cardona, who is
Face wash.
reinvented himself. I mean, even
I really do dig
when
the
he hit
gear.
the independent scene a number of years ago, he's a very different wrestler, a more complete wrestler, to hear Justin Roberts tell it, as now Cardona flattens Bryan Keith.
He reinvented himself. Doesn't that sound familiar? That's come straight out of the Learning Trees playbook.
You know, it's funny because he really does have a fairly, I don't want to say basic moveset, but simplistic moveset. It really is less is more. So he did all of that for the sake of a flapjack and then caught him with a lariat in the corner. It would be. Honestly, that'd be great. Something tells me it's not going to be the case, but let me double check things again. Actually, it could be, but something tells me it's going to be Takeshita and Archer versus Davis and Hobbs. That sucked for both of them. How's Cardona's arm feel?
Frank Sinatra? That's more along the lines of what I was expecting, but then Matt Cardona comes up looking like a Taurus bull here tonight, and he's on a quest. He wants to become a world champion, and he wants to take it from his former idol, Chris Jericho.
Part of the might happen. The TV is losing one.
Ain't gonna let that happen. Got his chance next Friday.
Oh, you know, Riga, that's a great point. I never thought about that. Especially with even AEW kind of moving to a streaming platform, it's kind of funny how AEW and ROH switch statuses like that. If it does come to that, of course.
That was a vicious move, and the Bad Apple had that calculated. He pushed him 15 feet across the ring to hit those steps. Congratulations.
Yeah, I kind of like play that back in my head, and I'm like, ow. Kind of hope they show a replay of it. One dude demanding they get back in the ring. Hey, cravat. We love a good cravat.
Wrenching at the neck, trying to soften Cardona up ahead of final battle, just 1 week away. WatchROH.com.
A very simple move, but very effective.
Jericho was Canadian.
If he continues to apply this move.
Yeah, that's what's great, because I believe he spent a lot of his life in Canada, and he lived there, but yes, he was technically born in New York. I want to say Rochester, but I could be wrong. Either way, yeah, it's something he plays into for heel heat. The first time I ever learned of it was during the Jericho run, when he just like let it slip to Big Show that, hey, no, I'm actually from New York. These idiots don't know. He's got that bad apple tooth. The fact that I may have been able to hear his theme and I missed it is so saddening.
He knows what he's doing with those upper body strikes, and especially those kicks which came steaming into the side of the head of Cardona.
I know he's not going for a pinfall here, Chris.
He's wearing the man down. He wants to slap around some of these Kansas City plebeians.
Who?
Kansas City plebeians. Look it up.
Kebians?
Potentially soften him up for final battle in that big Ring of Honor World
Is that what he said?
That's exactly what's going on here. That's exactly his mission statement, should he choose to accept it, which he did.
Oh, wait. Bryan Keith taking his eye off Cardona for a second. And Cardona, he's a veteran. He's making Bryan Keith pay for that mistake.
I feel like 6-7 minutes deep into a match is not the time to say that person he's facing isn't ready for him. Especially when it's been his back and forth his task, but whatever. Back on track.
Very simple, very effective, a good kick to the face. That's what I like to see. This good-looking mug of Matt Cardona might not make it to final battle if Bryan Keith lands a few more of those boots to his head.
As Cardona pulling himself upright with the assistance of the ropes. Bryan Keith, the boot to the side of the head.
You might go timeless with timeless Mariah May. Oh my gosh, the way they lip, that'd be nuts.
Chris Jericho, of course, with that Yankees hat on. I do have to ask your opinion on the big Juan Soto signing. How do you think your team fared in the deal?
Well, listen, I'm just a fan of New York, Excalibur, so if Juan Soto stays in the great state, I'm happy. I know all my fellow
Yes
New
and
Yorkers feel
no.
the same way.
Like, to a certain extent, I get how it can work, Riga, but I think I'm, like, ready to move on from Jericho being on television.
And Juan Soto actually signed with the Mets.
Have him working creative and stuff.
That's what I said, as long as he stays in the great state of New York.
But yeah, that might be personal bias getting in the way.
As I am impressed with Bryan Keith.
Because he does consistently entertain in these learning tournaments. The
Cardona's in trouble.
hot pursuit of the contract signing from Ishii, that was gold.
Bryan Keith, which is why I took him under my branches, so to speak, in the learning tree.
I'm surprised you haven't branched out more. I mean, you got Big Bill, you got Bryan Keith.
Shut up!
Yeah, but Tony, can the bad apple grow in the shade of the learning tree?
I appreciate that transparency, Riga. Yeah.
Seem like to thrive. Welcome back to
All
the
good, George. We got you.
contest in the
Oh,
ring.
scoops.
The bad apple Bryan Keith looking to soften
Drew,
up
appreciate the praise. Thank you, Fred. It's very kind of you.
Championship match with the man joining us at our desk, the Nueve, Chris Jericho, 1 week from
Yeah,
tonight.
I don't know about best ever, but do appreciate it.
Return to Hell's Kitchen in the Bronx.
I really want Bryan Keith doing more. Yeah, I'm in that same ballpark.
And Matt looks like he's getting ready. He's always ready, but he wasn't during the break. But he might be getting back to that state right now here.
He's going to want to end this match as fast as possible now.
Not sure when the last time you checked a map of New York City was. Things might have changed in the
What do you
last
know?
few
You're from
years.
San Diego.
Something that has not changed is Matt Cardona, always ready and fighting himself.
Yeesh. That was stiff. Oh, come on with the lag. Come on. Oh, right now. No! You gotta be kidding me, not again. Show went down literally in the middle of the match. I don't understand why this happened. A third time. Oh, man. It's becoming Peacock. No, for real, though. Alrighty, y'all. You know the drill. Yada buffering goes well. Show is on. I don't like testing my connection this much like this. This I thought it.
Win, lose, or draw, Cardona's at a disadvantage for final battle.
Oh, Keith finds his feet, escapes
All right.
the grip as
Are we here?
wow. The straitjacket drives down Bryan.
Thank goodness. I was like, wait. I'm just kind of jumping to the conclusion that everything's okay. Is everything okay? Blame Jericho. Apologies for the issues, y'all. Again, it could be worse, but I hate that it's even as consistent as it has been lately.
Cardona, German suplex attempted, but no.
Working. Oh,
That's his move. 1, 2.
and that's that. Doesn't he have another move he wins with regularly? You know, Noxious rename a stable the bad Yapple Tree.
Cardona as Ring of Honor World Champion. That's a strange
That's cheeky as hell.
Yeah, but you might be able to say it like you said next Friday.
I've never seen Chris
I say go for it
match, guys.
if you're really feeling it.
New York City.
Group not foundation is hilarious, but I totally understand wanting to change it up.
is the clock running out on the reign of the Nueve.
Indeed, you do.
Cardona, Jericho.
In fact, I do believe that Bryan Keith just re-entered activity. I mean, he was his first time having a match in a month or so.
On the 12 days of AEW, my true love gave to me 12 Derby hoodies, 11 Osprey jerseys, 10 hologram masks, 9 Nana dress shirts, 8 DC Comics, 7 autograph print, 6 chibi stickers, 5 Feel the Wrath of Harley Cameron t-shirts. This is not a self-promotion. 4 fanny packs, 3 brawler buddies, 2 acclaimed scissors, and anything else that involves me, Harley Cameron. ShopAEW.com.
Me.
DraftKings
Why,
Sportsbook is
Keith?
a sponsor of AEW. New customers get $150 in bonus bets if your bet
Why, Keith? A.
DraftKings Sportsbook app and sign up with promo code
I'm really even doing shit. Oh, no, it was great. It was just
DraftKings.
me, Harley Cameron. Oh yeah, no, she has a unique level of entertainment to her that I don't feel like we see enough in pro wrestling. Really accidentally early send. Yeah, I'd love for Toni and Harley to main event, but I get a feeling that we're gonna have that tag match taking us home. I feel like we should. Well, I think the way she does it is she's just so obnoxious about it. She, you know, like, I don't feel like everybody's known this person, but I think some of us can relate to knowing a person who is very capable of something, either talent or skill, and they will just excessively flaunt it. You know, she was like that with singing for a bit, mainly with QTV. But yeah, where she could just like, by the way, I can sing really good to the point where she'll just like carry notes extra long because she can and stuff like that. I like Harley at first, but she I totally get that, Darth. When she was a part of QTV, I was kind of like, who is this person? But after she was able to get away with that, away from that, got involved with the Outcast stuff, with the Ruby Soho story, I think that we really got to see some dimensions to her character evolve. And meanwhile, in ring, she's like slowly but surely catching on. I shouldn't even say slowly, but like gradually catching on. Like she's getting better before our very eyes, so I think that she's one to watch in 2025. Have her teach some of the girls cough. When she first appeared. Oh, well. Yeah. No, 100%, Enrique. I think one of the first segments involving her that really hit was when she tried coming on to Anthony Bowens, and he denied it. It was like, lady, I'm gay. And also love that moment because the crowd just being like, he's gay, in a positive way. That was very memorable, and especially in a pro wrestling environment of that capacity. Who likes to meet him? What? International Championship. I kind of get that, XCon. Part of me is like, I don't know, do we keep bringing in singles titles? I want women to get a tag title before anything in AEW, but I also don't want it to be a situation where we have 5 women's champions and we're struggling to get 2 of them featured. Respectfully. No, we know where you're coming from, Wyatt.
This New Year's Day, everything changes.
I said we was going to take over.
For the first time ever, AEW Dynamite will be broadcast live on both TBS and streaming on Max. A new
Yeah, so going back and forth on whether or not I do this. Get Max. Do I? Maybe I'll wait till the second week. I see how people feel on the first week. Hey, there she.
It's Madison for one fall with a 20-minute time limit. Approaching the ring from Gold Coast, Australia.
Who else has seen the theory floating around that she's timeless Toni Storm, reprising the role of 80s wild child Toni Storm?
This past August until tonight. I mean, she appeared at the
Yeah, I get that. Why? Yeah, I figured they were gonna go with the men's tag match,
This is not the Toni.
but I do feel like this could have stood to be the main event.
This is a throwback, Tony. Shivani.
Throwback to Toni Storm that we remember.
You see, she keeps really, she's overdoing the rocker thing.
Very good
I
matchup.
feel like more than she ever did. I've seen it as a Mick Foley situation. Yeah, that's a shout.
Our potential battle of hometown pride here in Kansas City. Pretty long way away from Gold Coast, Australia.
You Gold Coast ladies getting it on in KC. How about it? But I'll tell you what, Toni Storm, this is not the same Harley Cameron that you remember back in August. She is
Do we get Rocker Luther?
filled here, Toni Storm.
Of course,
Sorry, that was it. Oh my gosh.
just outside of Brisbane.
Yo. I know the vision I'm getting. Oh, it's so horrible and so wonderful all at the same time.
It's going to be an exciting weekend for us. No doubt about it. I want to, you know what? I just seeing Toni Storm back in the ring
There we go.
makes me smile.
A little less timeless.
Luther with a wing.
Magic. It makes me smile, but it's my head is swimming with questions.
She seems to have found her
Is this the same woman as timeless Toni Storm? Is she offering a handshake as Harley Cameron takes a side headlock? Is this the same woman that captured the AEW Women's World Championship on 3 separate occasions?
I would like to do this.
I think a case can be made for this young lady to be
She
the
looped
best
tied and forgotten everything.
been some great ones.
She doesn't seem to have lost a step athletically, I'll tell you that.
Well, then it's punk rock.
Change of direction there by Toni Storm. Kick to the midsection, doubles over Harley
yeah.
Cameron. Fades open up tomorrow
That would be-
night, 80s.
Shaza McKenzie
Following NBA
returning to AEW.
no rest for Toni Storm. She will be back in
She has popped up a few times in AEW, right?
action. Andretti teaming up to take on top
I didn't just like imagine that.
will be in action tomorrow night as well. Plus a huge 10-person tag team match. Orange Cassidy, Daniel Garcia, the Outrunners, and Commander take on the Premier Athletes and the MXM Collection. Then next Wednesday.
Yeah, that's it. Can't just be like, all right, reverted to this now. We're all set.
Bash, Continental Classic Gold League action. Will Ospreay, Darby Allin, Blue League action. Shelton Benjamin, the Beast Mortals TBS Championship on the line.
Yo.
Renee and Anna Jay. Plus, we will hear from MJF next Wednesday night.
There we go.
So excited. That's gonna be a great show. Well, okay.
Harley Cameron taking my job.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking as well, Riga. Because the thing is, I always saw it as a gimmick with a lifespan, because the way the character, she went mad. The idea was she was going to eventually stabilize, and then she'd no longer be timeless. But I don't think we've quite gotten to that point, so I don't think it's just going to happen on a dime like that. I think this is the first step towards that, though. And I do think that they kind of stretched out a bit because they saw how over it got. But yeah, I remember when she first went timeless after All In 2023. I thought it was going to be a few-month gimmick and that she wasn't going to win the title as Timeless Toni Storm because it would kind of defeat the purpose of the character's run. They not only put the belt on her with that character, but it worked very well, and they found ways for it to go on, especially because they found the extra dynamic to Toni Storm and Mariah May, with them effectively being lovers while also being this like mentorship situation. Is very vague but also multifaceted.
AEW Women's World Champion, whether Toni Storm realizes it or not.
Toni Storm,
That's who she is.
she was in for a rude awakening. She's finding out right now.
I don't know who Harley Cameron's dating. Could you imagine this? This one looks crazy.
Cover.
That's an interesting take, Wyatt. I can see something like that playing out.
I don't know who she's dating.
Who is she dating?
I don't know.
Is this something we normally talk about in the
No,
course
but
of a
I
match?
was just shrieking and beating up.
Harley's getting a lot of this match.
I want the gossip.
I just reminded me that I'm glad I'm not dating anymore.
Yeah, because your life is so much more calm and settled.
Right.
Sounds like you have a scoop, Tony.
Oh boy. Look at this woman is vicious.
Yeah, Rico, I think the general premise here is
Just
um
Tony,
she's she might be forgetting something. Don't know about what, how much,
Vicious, Shivani, vicious.
but yeah.
Those elbows right into the clavicle of Toni Storm.
The cut, right? She's gonna go with that last elbow. Like, holy crap, what happened with that elbow? Is she okay? Into space targeting. Oh man, no, so yeah, because we saw that Tony is going to have another match against Shaza tomorrow night on Collision. And again, that's awesome for Shaza. Glad she's going to be getting on television. Hope it's a competitive match there as well. But I think we get a promo from Tony afterwards, or rather, I hope so, because I want to hear where she comes from. The timing for the title screen, no, for real. Like, it was like, these elbows are all okay. The feed was cut there because that last elbow was absolutely not okay. We returned from the broadcast. The match isn't going on anymore. We're just in the next segment. They don't acknowledge it at all. What happened?
Continues tonight on Rampage, where the three-time former AEW Women's World Champion Toni Storm finds herself at a disadvantage against Harley Cameron. This throwback version of Toni Storm, though, mounting a comeback, Daddy Magic.
certainly is. Harley Cameron, though, hell of a showing here so far.
Aye.
Backbreaker executed.
I mean, perfect form, but that is still just... It never looks safe to me, even if it is. Backbreakers just look like they suck, point blank.
Storm leaves her feet and now raining down right hands on Harley Cameron.
Yeah, Harley's deserved every bit of this. Little payback for what she has done so far.
And now Toni Storm, Fisherman suplex, the cover.
Yeah, really, I'm playing with the idea in my head a little bit, and my thought, like what if this is a situation of, like, she gives us something about
We've got some great live events
the last thing she remembered
next weekend.
was
Back-to-back nights, Saturday, December 21st, Sunday.
losing the title to Hikaru Shida, and then all of a sudden she came to, and now this Mariah May is champion. You know, like, before, you know, going all the way back to Dynamite 200 when Shida beat her for the title, and that was kind of like what set her into madness. All in 2023 is what really solidified that character and accentuated that spiral.
You can see the disappointment in the face of Harley Cameron because
Back completely blanked and forgot to drop the predictions. Oh, that's right, Saturday night's main event.
Cameron, you can see favoring that
No
lower
worries, you're
back.
good. Agreed, I can hardly bend over with my back.
Cameron doing a good job staying in this fight, accelerating
Yeah.
to the ropes.
High. Oh, sky high. 63% chance of okay.
Cameron kicking out. Wow.
Ooh, we go. And you see, this I find this first opponent for Toni very interesting because, again, outcasts. We have not seen Saraya since Grand Slam in Arthur Ashe, but we know that we can't assume that they're just there's some sort of disconnect, especially because she's still coming out to the outcast theme. And there it is, Storm Zero. Smash because Aussie versus Aussie. Hell yeah. Oh yeah, this is particularly awesome for you, Riga. Hell yeah. Love to see that representation. Honestly, it's great to see more international talents on television in general. I feel like you go back 10 years and you could not find anywhere near as much Aussie representation as you can now.
Hell of a showing. Congratulations, Toni Storm. Former AEW Women's World
particularly on American television, I should specify. American wrestling television.
At a must-win matchup in the Continental Classic.
Did you hear her speaking? Wow. Like, that sounded still like the timeless Toni cadence. Did y'all catch that? Kind of did a timeless time. Yep. Wow. So good to be here. Oh my god. Forget Tony's Australia. Yeah. She doesn't remember her run. Oh my god. And it's great. I love that. Just that little detail, that little hint. Man, screw all the people being like, why is a return match on Rampage? Watch and you'll find out. Because I'm a little bittersweet, you know? I kind of wish Rampage always got this attention, but I'm just glad that it's getting it now. Not me focusing on the predictions and forgetting the ref. You're all good. I'm forgetting the ref myself. She thinks she's debuting? Did she say that? Did she say that? Huh. Oh, I'd haven't caught. If you could please drop a thumbs up on the stream, please. It'd go a long way for the channel, y'all. I completely forgot to do the shout out for that, but yes, gets us boosted in the algorithm. So if you could drop a thumbs up, if you haven't done so already, of course, that goes a long way. Of course, the bell's always on notifications, stuff like that as well. But throwing that out there. Oh, we got shots here already. Oh, it's so good to be here. Yeah, I heard that, but I wasn't sure if that was her. Like, that didn't come off to me like this is my first time here kind of thing. Oh, yeah. Well, she went back. And she debuted. That's what I'm starting to get the impression of, Cam.
Great singles wrestler, former Ring of Honor Women's World Champion, 115-day reign.
I want to see her try to use that power bomb again this week.
Okay. Yeah, no, but it's possible. Gonna rejoin the Outcast. That works. No, for real. I'm here for it one way or the other. I'm curious to see where it goes because there's still much more mileage in the story, which helps us get to Grand Slam Australia. What are the words? Grand Slam Australia in 2 months' time, while not, you know, rinse repeating the storyline. Tony's opponent tomorrow night here.
Why would John Moxley put himself in a situation where he has 25% chance of holding on to the title?
Because he said he had no ego. Everybody else had an ego.
I think Moxley is back.
Which is so funny. I see people criticizing that decision. Why did the heel put himself in such a disadvantageous position? And like two answers to that. One, he's got no ego. Well, yeah, as he put it, that was my exact thought process at the time. But to more concisely express that. And on top of that, he can just have his entire gang run in. Wow! Just like that, the powerbomb into the Fujiwara. Sheesh, how's it gonna be? Should be 100% for our match with Toni tomorrow? Indeed, Wyatt, indeed. We got ourselves Saturday night's main event tomorrow night for the watch along here on YouTube. Instead of a watch along for Collision as normal, we're going to be doing a watch party, spoiler-free delayed version on the Discord after the conclusion of Saturday night's main event.
Chris, it is great to see you. In fact, this is the first time we have seen you in AEW since your TBS title match against Mercedes Moné at Full Gear. One of the greatest matches, by the way, in the history of AEW's women's division. I have to ask you, though.
Oh, that really adds to it, Ricky, if that is the case.
I have not stopped thinking about that match at Full Gear. Actually, it seems like Mercedes hasn't stopped thinking about that either. In fact,
Alex Marvez, right?
Talking about it. And to give her credit, she is everything that she says she is. You know, I came out of that match pretty beat up, and I think my next
appreciate you, dog.
to just keep moving forward.
Set it up so I
move back forward. And in fact, I'm going to wrestle tomorrow night on Collision. And I'd wrestle again the next night and the next and the next. And I'll be at Holiday Bash on Wednesday watching the TBS title match between Mercedes Moné and Anna Jay. And whoever comes out on top should know that I have unfinished business with the TBS title.
This December,
Okay.
Ring of Honor
Okay.
comes home for the holidays, and there's
The
no
one I just took out of the pool yesterday. You took him out again? Nah, after he popped up in the parking lot pursuing Osprey, I felt like I was like, no, he's gonna never truly disappear. He's just gonna go out of his way to make us forget he's there. The greatest trick the Marvez ever pulled was making you think he didn't exist. I wish Jericho would do that. Heard. Agreed. Big agree. I was like, sure, I hadn't seen him, so I was like, nah. I learned a thing or two from him. No, for real. Or maybe he has, and he's chasing down Tony Khan in the back like Alex Marvez is in kayfabe, chasing down wrestlers. Man's be like, oh, you're already speeding out of the parking lot, trying to run up on the window, being like, can I get a word? Running into the elevator with the Elite. Like, things like that. Give me what I want. The learning tree, Alex Marvez. It should have been me. Yes, this is the exact energy. This is why I love the Rampage watch parties. Oh, I miss this so much. These late night Friday vibes. So you realize how much I miss Kenny Omega. Oh yeah. Sam. Getting to see him wrestle in the Retro Dynamites, it's really just like, he's a different kind of wrestler. So unique, so special. The mannerisms are so, that he does in the ring, they're so, I feel like the word fun doesn't do it justice. Yeah. I wonder why Athena knows. He's predominantly flirting with the current forever women's world champion. Yes, respect our minion overlord. It's crazy how different everyone looks in 5 years. Isn't it just? See, like Hangman for one, and that not even like the crazed look, but just like his hair is different, his build's a little different. Mox looks so young. I didn't feel like he looks that young back then. But yeah, he looks so young. Who's another one? Kip Sabian throws me through a loop. Just some vibes. Send my contract for a minion hood tomorrow. Thank you. Let's get around to it like next weekish. Just thinking December 21st. What am I sold to the dick? Sorry, I mean, falling gods. I mean, I was off. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking, Riga, is if a TV deal really is impending, they're going to have her defend against Billy again at Final Battle, and they're going to run it back on the TV premiere, and Billy win then. And as a kind of like a face of the new a new era of Ring of Honor, you know. Although I'm not sure, it would take. I think the most important aspect about doing something like that would be the commitment, the follow through. You know, I think the reign is really picked up, but Mariah May's world title reign was not the hottest out the gate, and I think that for someone like a Mariah May, even more so for someone like a Billy Starks. If you're going to have a world championship reign that's going to be that big of a focus on the program, you need to really make sure it displays like that big of a focus.
We are back, everyone, on Rampage, and let's bring out this time before our main event, along with three of the greatest athletes, actually, some of the greatest
Truck
athletes in the
commercials.
world. Don Callis
Dodge, Ford.
and the Don Callis family.
Something off-road trucking, something man. I think they like the keep in Athena's hands as someone proven who could lead the division for a while on TV. Yeah, and like she's got such a historical reign, you got to find a reason to commit to that. Yeah, well, to commit to her dropping the title because you can't go back on that, you know.
Some of the best music in all of AEW, Don Callis family.
Y2K here 2012. Why? Underrated reply. Oh no, quote that, 2-part. Rhea asking about the different worlds and that, and then Wyatt's counter question. That's excellent.
With his next tournament victory, will guarantee himself a spot in the semifinals. But let's return to
Feels
the
weird to say. With Athena as the big champion, he immediately loses the character to finish out the shows. I don't think she necessarily leaves the show, but I do concede to her being this big champion and then losing it as soon as the TV starts, kind of being counterintuitive to her being why the TV deal is happening.
You know, I know you're very shocked by how we conduct our business, but what
Fletcher's
business do you think you're in,
glasses.
Shivani?
Let me catch a peep at him. I was kind of just disregarding him.
Making money business. So is Kyle. So is Takeshita. So is Archer.
Oh, what? What are these little dangly things? These are his glasses.
The Murder Machine is the most feared tag team in the history of this company.
I kind of dig them, actually.
Is the best bell-to-bell international champion we've ever had. And that brings
Oh my god, we're already at the main event.
star Kyle Fletcher. I'll remind everybody that there was a guy running around
Oh.
here who people thought was the greatest wrestler they'd
I'm
ever
Bowden.
seen. And his name was Will Ospreay.
I don't think it's.
Will Ospreay got the ring.
Oh yeah, no, not for the TBS title. I do think that match can happen one day down the road, though.
Will, he didn't just beat you. He dominated you. He put you down. And you'll never be the same. So, Will, as you sit home, watch us bask in our glory, I got one question for you, Ospreay. How does it feel, bruv?
Cool. Oh no, for real, Tony Schiavone gets way too much shit for his own good. It's just not fair.
Did the impossible. He got in the ring with a man who has been called, correctly I might add, the greatest tournament wrestler in history, Kazuchika Okada. And he beat
He did.
Okada. So Okada, as you sit home and watch us, I got one question for you. How does it feel? Bitch. Tell him, Kyle. I don't know about these glasses.
Damn it! I hate that that was funny. Because I am not about Don Callis.
How about this hospitality from this Midwestern audience? Kansas City.
This is the Paris of the Prairie.
Good call, Reyes. I swear I can fix him. No! Reyes, stop this.
Kansas City, you can boo me as much as you want. You can cheer for that bum, Ospreay. But it changes absolutely nothing.
Respect your eldest and laugh, young man, who is also the same age as
I have
me.
a watch on my wrist that costs more than the car you drive, and I will be the winner of the Continental
Is it-
Classic.
So tomorrow night on Collision, Mark Briscoe, I hope you bring more than your redneck kung fu, because winning this tournament is my destiny, and nobody gets in the way of me and my destiny.
Mark Briscoe already pulled off the shocking victory over TNT champion
One
Daniel
thing
Garcia.
is very obvious.
Just MGK hair back. The shaved hair will never look right. I so agree. I'm sorry, Ray. You are on an island onto your own.
Are the 1%ers.
I shouldn't say that. I'm sure there are others who dig it.
We're not like the rest of you. And because we're 1%ers, I feel very
Yes, Riga. She's kind of gone radio silent, and that tells me that they're trying to get us to stop thinking about her. It's not working. Just show up.
to get us ring with us.
I try not to talk over promos, but it's Don Callis.
Kyle Fletcher might even be the 1% of the 1%.
Oh, well.
Well, if there's nobody big enough or bad enough to face the Don Callis family, I think these two men might have something to say about that.
Damn, Mark Davis ain't even getting his own entrance? That's not cool. I try for nothing, show. For real, you thought you were getting ahead of the curve. I feel you, man. That was me wanting Maria Shafir. I didn't even get her in the draft. Ultimately, Craig gave her up. I immediately drafted her. Still has not wrestled. Like, can we get a Marina Shafir match, please?
Don Callis tell it, so both of these men coming into this match with an axe to grind.
Listen, if Don Callis doesn't think that you can cut the mustard if you're damaged goods, hell, he'll cut his ties, no problem.
Well, Powerhouse Hobbs is extra motivated to prove that Don Callis' assessment of Hobbs is in error.
Well, listen, you suffer an injury like that, you're no longer part
I'm not here for all the music. No, for real. Why did he not get it? I totally understand Powerhouse getting his own extended entrance. Let Mark Davis get that at least the 10-15 second I come out on the stage, play to the crowd, wait, and then my partner's music hits, and when he comes out, I walk down to the ring with them. But no, we had to just be like, Powerhouse Hobbs with Mark Davis. Like, he's the tag team guy coming to the tag team match.
Classic. Kyle Fletcher standing over our shoulder because the finals, the semifinals, and the finals of the Continental Classic are coming up on Saturday, December 28th.
Oh, we're getting meat chance.
Scan the QR code at the bottom of your screen to join
Understandable.
Thriller TV for the semifinals, the finals of the 2024 Continental Classic, all that and so much more at World's End.
Powerhouse Hobbs is just that.
My stableman's screwing me, damn. What did I do to say? No, for real. I feel like TK, his burner or his plant, whatever his situation is, watching the server. He's like, I don't like this Wyatt guy trying to throw off my plans, thwarting the plans.
For me, I mean, Hobbs is a fantastic talent, but I feel like the Don Callis family that you see before you, and including Brian Cage, is the greatest version of the Don Callis family in its history.
Now Mark Davis into the ring, raining down right hands on the head of Lance Archer. Of course, Davis, longtime tag team partner of Kyle Fletcher. Another man that seems
No, really, Riga. And before his injury, I was kind of more focused on Mark Davis because I already saw people fixating on Kyle Fletcher, and I was like, Mark Davis feels like he has so much more upside to him, and I personally appreciate pro wrestlers who defy expectations, and I feel like Mark Davis is a great example of someone who does just that. Yo, is that a massive bruise on his thigh, or is that just some abstract tattoo that I never realized was there?
Archer taken off his feet. Big shoulder tackles from Davis and Hobbs.
These two working well together as a team here in the early going.
Davis, very skilled competitor, always liked him.
They're both big, beefy bruisers. It works.
Not a 1%er if that's what you're asking me, but neither are you or any of these.
Yeah, it's a big one. Like, dude, did someone fucking roll a bowling ball into your leg? What happened?
It's been a long time since we've seen Archer manhandled like that, and Archer kicking out at one.
Does Takeshita not want to reach for a tag, maybe?
Listen, Takeshita, daddy magic, I know is difficult.
Oh, yeah. I wonder if that... You're right. I hadn't even considered that it happened in this match. If it did, that's even worse, because for a bruise that big to come on that quick, it must have been something intense.
It seems like he does not want to share the ring with Powerhouse Hobbs with fans. Our main event continues in picture-in-picture.
Here comes the AEW International Champion.
TK just jealous I'm over and watching Badia. No, for real. He is like, who's this guy getting over organically? You need to be here at least 2 years before you get a push.
Do I really think that?
Oh, that's a great that might be what happened, Rico. Because as soon as I played that out of my head, yeah, that's exactly how you could smack your thigh like that. Oh.
To the Alpha. Very good. You're able to recite wrestler names. That's excellent. He's in there doing it.
You are out of your mind.
That's what they tell me.
Looks kind of purple to me.
More than one.
And now 3 consecutive lariats. Look at the size of Archer.
I believe his last match before this is Winter is Coming. No, Winter is Coming. I'm sorry. Last week's Dynamite, the Dynamite Dozen Battle Royal. Agreed, Rig. It sucks that he's kind of like the D-tier performer of the Don Callis family, but he's on TV regularly, and we get to see him in action much more often. That's a positive move. You know, I see where you're coming from, Ray. That definitely looks like an aged bruise, for lack of a better way of putting it. Not really, no. You know, Don Callis, like, the thing is, I think I dislike Don Callis individually more than I dislike Chris Jericho, which is saying something. But Don Callis is surrounded by many more acts that I do like that get much more attention than him relative to Chris Jericho. Chris Jericho is only surrounded by 2 people that I like more than him, and he's the center focus. Don Callis gets a few minutes on the mic, but then is otherwise surrounded by 4 awesome talent who also get their own personalities, have their own mic time and stuff like. Well, Kyle and Takeshita do. I do feel like Bryan and Lance could get a little bit more shine, but yeah. The Jericho verse. Yeah, that's exactly it. The Jericho vortex is eternal. It is everlasting. And its pull is unmeasurable. You never know how long you're going to be stuck in it. Personally, I like Don Callis. I think he's amazing at his job.
I think his sartorial choices are the least of his problems.
At the moment, that's for sure. Right about that.
You better explain to Daddy Matt.
You see, I get it from that perspective as well, Riga, because you're right. Don Callis does his job about as perfectly as he can do it in that position. He really finds a way of being like genuinely scummy and dislikable, which is kind of hard to a certain extent in pro wrestling. I feel like nowadays it's very easy for heelish stuff to get cheered, a la burning a man's house down, breaking into dude's home, you know, like things like that get cheered in pro wrestling nowadays. So for Don Callis to just be talking shit and get mega heat, that's quality work. It's more so, I guess it's stuff associated with them outside of the ring, with Jericho and Callis that I'm more so, like, bugged about. But I do try to look past things like that for the sake of enjoying the show more often than not nowadays. It just can be hard sometimes. What would the Christmas Collision look with that font? So, like, different than the Collision font. I'm always sad I missed the last few minutes of Rampage every Friday driving home, but I'd rather eat. Aw, that's so sweet, man. Appreciate that. But if you want to and or got to get home, absolutely prioritize that.
What do you do? That's got to be discouraging. Takes the wind out of your sails if you're Mark Davis. Lance Archer loving it.
I predicted that Hobbs
Wait, why do you have both the show and us up at once while at work? If so, that's epic. I agree. That's why it's hard to not want Don's team to do well. A lot of great wrestlers in it. Yeah. Oh my gosh, he is. Wow. Hell yeah. The way he was barely off the ground and Takeshita said, no, this is happening. Check this shit out. And just did it. Davis is a tag team specialist. He's so good at the tag spots. Yes. And there's really an art to tag team wrestling that I think can stand to be a bit more appreciated. The video games at the job. Yeah, no, some people can get away with things like that, but yeah. It's... Yeah, some people have those jobs that can get away with that, you know? I'm honestly working on getting a job that may... Well, actually, I don't think that would work out. Depends on how that works, but I knew people at the job I'm trying to get that were able to get away with gaming and stuff at work. Yeah, he caught him with the knee, but not able to capitalize. The glasses are so, but they're so unserious.
Here comes Archer now. And in comes Davis as well. I mean, Davis has still got to be hurting guys.
Hell yeah.
I mean, you have to think Davis
Me.
spent the better part of the last 18
Nice with the Inzaguri.
on the shelf. Some ring rust potentially.
Some nothing cheer than face characters, yeah. And Davis and Fletcher interaction by the end of this match. That's gotta be where we're going with this, right, Riga? Because, like, this is once again Mark Davis facing Don Callis dudes. I don't care as long as our areas are done. Yo, that's so awesome, Hyatt. That's why I bring my laptop. Yo, that's so cool, man. The fact that the vibes are that great for you. That's cool. Oh, here goes obligatory Tower of Doom spot. He absolutely can be this strong. Hello, Zoe. Welcome in. How goes these late night vibes for you? Hobbs going. I was going to get a hot tag. Got to support the rest of the fan. Oh, you're wonderful. Truly. Oh, we're dropping the straps. Big hearts, friend. Oh. Oh! Yo, he got some height. Yo, got him right. Dropping the straps is so simple, but it always works right. It always is like, oh, he's getting serious now. I'm sick. So I think it's, yes, I hope we can get your attention off of that. Oh my god. I hope you feel better soon. Take. Yo, that snap power slam. Dude is so strong. Got him with that spine buster. Best spine buster in the game right now. First thing I can tell you, he's worked with the Rose family. For real, you saw the way the way the leg bent, the way he, right where he started the move to where he ended it. Oh, Takeshita.
On the wrong end of that spine buster, Toni. Powerhouse Hobbs.
Rough.
Incredible. Oh, he's got that international belt. You could be looking at your next champion right there. Powerhouse Hobbs, the intentions are quite clear coming after Konosuke.
Takeshita is getting busier and busier.
Fans, thank you for joining us tonight on Rampage. We will see you back here on TNT tomorrow night, 8 Eastern, 5 Pacific, immediately following.
Oh, for sure, Riga. And that's And that's awesome that he's learned from some of the best minds AEW's ever had to offer. On top of the fact that he's got so much skill and talent to offer on his own right. Powerhouse Hobbs has yet to get anywhere near his ceiling. Okay. Rough. The screen freeze right there. No Fletcher and Davis spot, but right? I think they got something bigger planned for a later show. I'm okay with. This was an excellent Rampage. The exact Friday night vibes we look for. Yeah, just the being able to unwind, get a little wacky. And also chat the raps. I think everyone was really waiting on that first Toni promo. Yes. Ooh, that's gonna be a lot of fun. Alrighty, y'all. That was it for Rampage. Do make sure you got the thumbs up on the stream if you haven't done so. But if you have, thank you so much. Really, thank you regardless for just hanging out, y'all. This is a wonderful time. Thank you for the sidecast. You're very welcome, friend. Of course, y'all, next time we're going live, it's going to be tomorrow night for Saturday night's main event in place of Collision, because we'll be doing a Collision watch party on the Discord immediately after. Going live on Sunday for the All Elite Rewind. We're going to be watching along to a little bit of Dark to open us up, and then a AEW Dynamite for October 30th, 2019. It's going to be their first Halloween show. But yes, live wrestling show for you tomorrow. Then you enjoy those grabs, Lone Star. Alrighty, y'all. That's been it from me. So make sure. Alrighty, everyone, have a good. Yes, indeed. Very much so, y'all. Take care. And happy wrestling. Peace.